In this video, I'm going to review my investment portfolio, and by the end of this video, I'm going to share one investment that I made. And in this video, I'm going to review my investment portfolio, and by the end of this video, I'm going to share one investment that made me over 3,700% on return of investment. Meaning, if I put $1, it returned me $3,700. So a little bit about myself. My name is Haris and I am the founder of EduGrow, where I help tutors or educationpreneurs or edupreneurs grow their business. So let's get started on the first investment that I made, which is in this thing called Scythe. So Scythe is I will say an investment app where you put in money and then they will try to grow for you. So one of their, in a way, collection of investments is called Core Equity 100. So they choose like 100 and then they will just manage it for you. And it's one of the worst performing one because I mean right now it's pretty good, but back then when I put in like 200, it actually gone down by a lot, as you can see from the graph, and now it got back up and it's like I gained like 10%, which is essentially I gained $20, which is not the best, but at least it's green, right? And the thing is that it might not be green forever because it was not green for a very long time. So the second one is this thing called S&P 500, which is essentially basically I think the 500 companies, they track the stocks and then they compile it, something like that, I'm not sure. But essentially it's a very like popular advice to just put into S&P 500 because historically it has always been going up because it tracks the biggest 500 companies in the world, I assume. So it's like that's where, like, you know, you just put in money and it will grow lah. So for me, I'm not like a financial advisor, I'm not qualified. So whatever I say here, please don't take it as financial advice. Please do your research. Everything that you do has a risk. All right, and doesn't mean historical data means it will always go up, right? So there's always an inherent risk when you do investing. So for this investment, I mean, luckily it grew over 26%, which is pretty good. So I put in $600, it returned me $750, which is roughly around 26%, which is pretty good, but this is not the best one, right? Right. So the next one is crypto, right? So like I say, I'm just sharing, this is not financial advice. So crypto, essentially the reason why I put into crypto was back in 2017, it was the hype, right? And I was just like, you know, play for fun. So I just put in essentially 5 USD, which was the minimum amount that you can invest in this platform called Coinbase. And yeah, I just put in it just for fun. And then essentially I didn't really touch it until today. And over 7 years, it grew 1,000% or 10x essentially. So from $7 to $70, right? So it's like, oh, I should have put in 1,000 and it will be 10,000. I'm like, the point is I didn't really have the mindset of like investing. And later on, I will share why I don't think you know, investments are the best way to grow your money, right? And you might be thinking, crypto, wow, 10x, 1,000%, pretty good, right? Well, the last investment that I had is the one that made me 3,700% more, which is Coding Bootcamp. No, it's not a company, it's not a stock. It's essentially a course that you go through to learn coding to be a software developer. And I will review how much I put in and actually got back. So essentially, in a coding bootcamp, they learn coding, and that's why I became a software developer. And the coding bootcamp itself cost me around $2,700 or $2,500, roughly around the range. I will go $2,700. And then it got back more than what I expected. So number one, I got back over $100,000 cumulatively, or means I got altogether $100,000 back. And what do I mean by that? So essentially, my return on investment, these are just estimates, is that number one, I got a software developer job after the coding bootcamp, and that software developer job, you know, yearly salary was $38,000 as a junior. Back then, I was very, very happy because like I got a software developer job and I'm being paid, right? And at the same time, I was a junior, so I was being paid to learn coding as well. I knew coding, now I want to become a better developer, right? So after being a software developer, I quit my job, and then that's essentially where I started doing my own business and freelancing as well. And that's where I got my first like remote US client. And this US client paid me 3,600 USD for a mobile app work, right, to build on top of his current mobile app. And that was what I was I was a mobile app developer. And yeah, I got this opportunity as well. And another opportunity I got was, freelance teaching, and totaling it up, I, accumulated 50,000 of Singapore dollars, right? Freelance teaching, because I was pretty good at it. And I was pretty good at teaching as well. So yeah, I actually got freelance teaching, and that's like my highest in terms of like my yearly or return on investment. And also lastly, I also created courses in Udemy, and in total, I think it's more than 4,800, but it's like roughly around there, 4,800 USD. So it's like, if you were to calculate everything, it's roughly around $100,000. And just by paying $2,700, I get back 100,000, which is roughly around 3,700%. So essentially what I want to say is that skills are your biggest assets. What in these investments are is assets, meaning that these are things that you can sell off later, and maybe they will grow in terms of their value or price that you can sell off. But the thing is that if there was no stock market or whatever, what is then left as a human? Skills. And the thing is that essentially these are the skills that I kind of have. So I mean, coding skills, of course, I have coding skills. I know how to code. And yeah, and another thing that I do is content marketing, which is essentially videos like this. I had a tech YouTube channel where I have right now 19,000 subscribers, but in a way I'm no longer creating a video. But I didn't get 19,000 subscribers just by creating videos. I actually did work, and total I had 1 million views total in that YouTube channel. And with that skills, I was able to create in a way viral videos on TikTok and everywhere, other channels as well. So this, if I were to get a job as a person who does, we call it content marketing, you probably can be paid relatively well if you are very good, $50,000 per year. And then also at the same time, operations. So I used to be the head of operations of a coding bootcamp as a business, and yeah, it's in a way I could get roughly around $70,000 per year. And because I knew how to work or operate what it needs to serve the customer, right? That's what operation is. What do you need to do to serve the customer? So that's operations in a service-based business. Then now I'm no longer working in that company, and now I'm working for myself. The next thing that I really want to be good at is sales, because I want to create a business that I want full control over. And especially when I believe when I start out, my current lack of skills is sales. And if I've seen it before, I've seen people who are very, very good at sales are able to earn 7 figures kind of salaries. And it's not even salary, it's pure commission, right? Like in essence, if you were to sell a building, for example, this is an example, if you were to sell a building for $1 billion, and then you just get 1% commission, you get over $10 million worth of commission. Yeah, something like that. So that is something that I don't think a lot of people understand how good sales can bring in terms of revenue or even your salary. So that's like a different game in itself. Like real estate agents are essentially salespeople, right? And they just get a property from a landlord or property owner, and then they try to sell and just commission. And that's the highest commission or pay that you can get as a person, technically because yeah. And then lastly, paid marketing. That's something that I haven't learned or in a way do. So I believe if you are good at paid marketing, you roughly can get 50K per year. Like if you are very, very good, you definitely can earn more. That's why I put a plus there as well. So the thing is that these are skills. These are not assets, right? So the thing is that if I were to just go back to a job, I could essentially be a software developer earning 60K. Pretty confident I could get that level of salary, or maybe a bit lower, maybe 48K or 50K or whatever. So, but it's actually a high paying job, right? And I'm pretty confident because I've been developing for quite a while. And the thing is that if I were to combine all of these skills, then that's where I'm able to build a business. And for businesses that are I consider successful, a person who's good at business, they are able to generate millions or even billions per year, right? And the thing is that there's no like income ceiling in terms of if you were to create your own business. And that's one thing that I think I love about business. I mean, to be honest, I love business is because I love learning about sales, marketing, and also operations. Like I genuinely, if I look at my phone, like I would love to learn how to be better at sales, how to be better marketing. Right now, sales is something that I'm focusing on. Marketing is something I kind of know already. So these are like, we call this skill stacking, right? And if like you combine all of this, you can definitely earn a lot of money, right? And I mean, other skills like hiring well, these are things that will, help in terms of building a business. And that's what I want to be, right? I want to build a business that I'm very proud of and hire a team that I'm very proud of and happy to work with as well. So that's something that I've learned so far in terms of like investments, is that skills will exponentially had made me much richer, and I believe it will make you richer as well. So that's about it in this video. In summary, skills are the biggest asset that you can ever invest in, and that will exponentially, and for me it has exponentially made me more money than I could ever imagine. So that's about this video. If you like this video, give it a thumbs up, and if you want more of this kind of video, subscribe down below and comment down what are the skills that you're learning, and maybe share what are your salary goals that you want to achieve as well. With that said, I'll see you in the next one. Bye bye.